What's up everyone, Mikey Olexy here, and today I'm going to the top of the world. Now I'm not really going to the top of the world or the North Pole, but most people around here know this place is top of the world, being that it's one of the highest parts of the mountain to just overlook the valley that's on our side of the river. But I planned on going for a hike up there today, and I figured, let's just vlog about it. So come along with me and we'll head to the top of the world. Let's go. That beautiful crisp fall air. Fall is my favorite season of the year. So I'm finally here in the woods. I only live about a block away, but I actually used to live right over this hill growing up. And growing up I pretty much learned all of the trails and all the nooks and crannies of the mountain. Growing up here, me and a couple friends used to play paintball, airsoft. We used to ride quads, dirt bikes. We used to have like races and stuff up here. But where we are right now, growing up, we called this Devil's Road. When it would snow, my dad would hook a sled up on the back of his quad and he would just pull us around up here. It was a great time. Fun fact, this whole entire area was once a landfill back in the 30s and 40s. And I believe all the way up to the 60s. I'm not too sure, but I know that there was once a landfill up here, and there are tons of coal mines around here. So I'm pretty much walking on top of all these coal mines. Where I'm going, there used to be a decent little neighborhood actually that ran up the mountain. And my great grandmother, she grew up there, and eventually she got married and raised a family up there, and there used to be farms, and now it's just ruins. But I still love hiking up here. It's always good for a good workout, you know, getting the blood pumping. See, what I love about fall weather is it's not too hot, it's not too cold. If you get a little chilly, you can just put on a hoodie, and if you get too hot, you just take it off. I hate the super cold. I don't mind the heat. I used to live down in Alabama, Georgia, hung out in Tennessee for a little bit, hung out in West Virginia. Now I'm back up here in Pennsylvania. My first stop is going to be the creek up here. So until then, I'll catch you guys there. What's going on, everyone? I'm here at the creek halfway up the mountain. There's actually a wooden basin that comes out of the ground where fresh water comes out of. It's about 300 yards that way, but I'm trying to get to the top of the world before the sun goes down, so let's go. So this road that I'm walking on right now used to be an old logging road. My great grandmother used to tell me stories about how the miners would get a ride on the trucks and they'd get dropped off over at the old coal breaker way up yonder. I don't know exactly where the coal breaker was, but she used to tell me tons of stories about when she lived up here growing up, and now it's just ruins and dirt roads and paths. I'm really hoping that I don't come across a bear. I don't have my gun on me. So I finally made it to the top of the mountain, and when I get over to this spot, I'll be at the top of the world. So I finally made it to the top of the world, where you can overlook the entire valley. There's the valley. It's so peaceful up here. Last time me and Heidi came up here, we were sitting up on this rock, and right down here on the road there's 2 black bears. That's why I was hoping that I was not gonna come across one. Check out this sky. The sky's just beautiful. Look at this. You know, so many people in this world take everything for granted, and they never just sit back and just observe. I feel that if so many people would just sit and observe and just enjoy living in the now, there'd be so many more happier people. And a lot of people just don't recognize it. I really don't want to go on a rant, but this is really nice right now. Well, my battery just lost a bar, so I think I'm gonna start heading out now. So I'll catch y'all down the mountain. So by the time I got to the bottom of the mountain, my batteries died on me. I know, just my luck. I was gonna get a little bit more B-roll, finish the video off, and then get out of there before it got too dark. I guess it's okay because by the time I got to the bottom of the mountain, it was too dark to film anyways. Now, this is the first video that I've ever shot in 120 frames per second. I know, the quality isn't the best, but the reason behind that is my camera shoots 120 frames per second in only 720p. Now you're probably gonna be asking me, why did you buy a camera that can only shoot 120 frames per second in 720p? Now the camera that I have is the EOS? I've heard EOS, so we'll just go EOS. I have the Canon EOS M50. Here are some of the reasons why I bought this camera. 1, it was in my price range. 2, I loved how you're able to swap out the lenses, and I wanted to get into photography and learn more in depth about lenses and what I can use them for, not only in photography but also for vlogs and learning more about filmmaking. 3, I felt that it was more bang for my buck compared to the G7X. And 4, it has everything that I was looking for in a camera except for the fact that it only shoots 120 in 720p. Now I know a lot of phones these days, especially the iPhone 7 Plus and up, can shoot 120 frames per second in 1080p, and some can even shoot 240 frames per second in 1080p, but sadly I'm an Android user. I have the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, and even that shoots slow-mo at 240 frames per second in 720p, and it blows my mind. So for right now guys, bear with me until I can get an upgrade. Like, comment, and don't forget subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next vlog.